There goes.
So, should we start talking now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, welcome to Coffee with Regina. Only here it is late at night, and we're just going to sit here and have pie and talk a little bit without the coffee. This is the Trans Voices of Love and Kindness channel, and welcome. And this is my friend River. River's from splits time between the big city of Portland, Oregon, and the little city of Walla Walla. And we just want to talk about some stuff. Say a few words, River.
Oh, shit.
Okay, good. We're going to have pumpkin pie here, and I'm going to smear some whipped cream on this. And we've had a nice meal of a roast chicken and whatnot, and had a really good conversation about the differences about living rurally, because I live in a town of 2,500 people, and I'm pretty well accepted, and what's interesting is comparing notes about life as a trans person, wherever we live. And so it'd be nice if we get some comments or whatnot about what it's like where you live. And I don't know, what do you think of all that?
Well, we already talked about it over the chicken, so I've got to refresh my memory.
Well, let's just carry on here, and we're just going to talk. And I'm going to quit talking to the camera. I'm going to talk to River. So
You're real professional at this. I'm impressed.
Well, I've done this a time or two.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I've got somewhere around, I always say 100 episodes out
That's
there.
a lot.
This
is really fucking good.
Marty and I had several times with different shows or different, we always called it seasons. Mm-hmm. That I probably have done 50, 60 episodes with her. And then I've had the Trans Voices crew with Lara and Casey and Christy and we had a lot of fun. We did 20 some episodes and I've done quite a few episodes by myself or with the various guests on. So yeah. It's been a long time. I mean, I've been making videos off and on since 20.
Jesus.
I guess we should be careful that we both don't chew at the same time. But I mean, it's just a casual little conversation here, and hopefully, because it's not live, we'll edit out some of the chewing pauses and see how it works. Mm-hmm. I made this pie myself, I want y'all to know. It was a disaster the first go-round, and I had to make a second one.
So I'm getting the second draft. It's really good. It's good pie.
Thank you. I pride myself on my pies. I'd never made pies before, and one of my friends here in this little town showed me how to make the crust. And God, I went crazy. Of course, I've gained 20 pounds because of eating pie, and so I've tried to swear off pie a little bit.
Oh no, that's a blessing. Get your pie weight on. It's winter time. You gotta stay warm. You were just saying none of your jackets are warm enough. So the pie weight's for.
I see how you think. I like it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what we were talking about earlier.
Well, we were talking about the people that hide, that take off when times get tough. And really, in my opinion, we need to be very visible during these Trump years. Because the way that we're going to win, in my opinion, is if we all stick together and be visible. Get out on the street, stick our hands out, and make ourselves known to people that we're human beings, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
And that was kind of what I was hoping to get out of our conversation, because we're just sitting here enjoying we haven't done anything weird today.
Not today.
And well, we're not going to talk about our weirdness today, you know, unless you want to. That's a different video.
I know. Yeah. Well, we were talking about how in smaller towns like this, you have to walk into places like you're not afraid.
Yeah.
You have to act like nobody can take you.
Right.
Because if you act like someone can take you, they're gonna try. Somebody's gonna try.
Yeah. I mean, that's really the truth. There used to be somebody, she was just a kid in high school, and she was transitioning that I watched when I first started transitioning. Her name was Brooke something. I don't have any fucking idea who, because she's just flat disappeared. Beautiful young woman. And she always said her mama told her to hold your head up, put your shoulders back, and walk into a room like you owned the place. And that, to me, that was really good advice. And being kind of the character that I am, it was easy.
Yeah.
You know, but not everybody's like me. Not everybody's like River. River gets around pretty good too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't have any problem in this corner of Southeast Washington. And I even go to the Tri-Cities and people don't look at me twice. And I don't know, my voice doesn't sound all that feminine. Doesn't sound all that masculine. But, you know, once you're looking at me, I am who I am.
What do you think? You were saying that it's different when you go to Spokane. What do you think is different? Like what?
It's the anonymity.
Like people feel entitled to be more of an asshole to you because they know they're never going to see you again?
Yep. Exactly. That's the way I would hit it right on the nail head is we're no threat to them because we're never going to see them. And so that's why I've told people to move to a small town. Find some place where there's a couple nice fucking people. And the rest will follow along as long as we're kind and, you know, don't create problems.
Well, I think it's also our right to create problems sometimes, though. We gotta cause trouble sometimes. Like, when there's trouble that needs to get caused, like, you gotta do it. I think there's more leeway for that in the city.
Well, true. I mean, there's going to be give and take here.
It's not as forgiving out here if you make trouble.
You know, well, there was a time that I tried to get elected to the city council. There was somebody had dropped out of the city council, and then I saw it noticed in the newspaper that nobody had applied for the position. So I thought, well, shit, Regina, this is your time to shine. So I threw my hat in the ring, went to the next city council meeting, and it was interview time. And so they got us up there. There was 3 people, and I was one of those 3. And so they started asking us all the same question. And right there in front of God and everybody, we had to answer. And you know, I was as honest as I could be. They asked me what I thought of this city, and I said, it sucks sometimes. You know, we need to fix it. And
What do they think of that?
you know, the next thing I know, the next week, the newspaper came out, and they've misgendered
I remember
me.
this, yeah.
They misgendered me, the mother... And so, like, one of the local cis ladies got really bent out of shape about it.
Good.
She just jumped on there, and the next thing I know, here's the newspaper calling me to apologize.
That's right.
And they lost so many subscriptions. You know, I don't really have an exact number. So many, it could have been 1 or 2, or it could have been 50. but there was people all fucking up in arms about it.
Good.
You know, and I never really had to say much of anything.
Good.
Because it was the cis people around here that came to my defense and said that that was totally unnecessary to do that. And I know they lost some subscriptions, but
Good.
it was awesome. I tell you what, it endeared me to this community to see them do that. Now, how did that all come to pass? You know, I've had coffee shops here.
How long have you lived here?
I've lived here about 10 years now. I've been on several boards of directors here. Here a couple months ago, I got elected to be the vice president of the Ladies Golf Club.
Hell yes.
Yeah, I'm on the board of directors for the golf course. You know, which is, I said I would do it because I thought they would run somebody against me and I wouldn't get elected. But those guys that wouldn't ever talk to me out there on the golf course, that would run, you know, if I got too close, you know, did they literally run? No, but
They should have.
you know, they voted me in.
Damn.
And I go to the meetings and they listen to me. And shit, I can't believe the changes that's happened because I'm on that golf committee, you know. It's crazy.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, I'm doing a lot of talking. I'm not hearing much from you.
Yeah, I'm not used to talking. You know me, I live alone. I don't talk very much. Gonna have to coax it out of me. Out of habit.
Well, you know, I mean, earlier when we were talking, you talked about the opportunities that Portland gives you that you don't get here. You know, and I agree. I don't think there's a man that lives in Columbia County that's got enough balls to date me. You know, and you know, Columbia County is 5,000 people, and I don't know how many thousands and thousands and thousands of acres.
Yeah.
You know, it's all, but that's the truth. Here I am, single, a woman on the make,
God damn.
and ain't nobody gonna date me out of here. You know.
Me either. It's bleak. It's
Yeah.
hard to, you know, it's, at least for me, it's hard to just like keep going without any prospects of human connection. I mean, I have friends, I have people who I see, but you know, there's no like, in Portland, I'm just surrounded by all trans people. Like, I don't have close cis people because everybody who's close to me is trans. And like, it's not that I know every single trans person in Portland, that'd be too much, but I know a lot of the trans people in Portland.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
especially because of my business, like I just work with trans people. Like, I barely see a fucking cis person in my day-to-day.
Oh, see, and I'm like the complete opposite.
Yeah.
You know, there's a trans person that lives just around the corner from me.
Yeah.
And our town here, as small as it is, has quite a few trans people. I think we're almost in double digits.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And so I think per capita, we're probably at the same rate as Seattle or Portland.
Yeah.
But most everybody that's here has got partnered up except me. You know, and I have my cis friends. Those are the ones who are going to bail me out if I need it. And I'll swear by that. And I'm always telling other trans folks to, you know, be friends with people, because that's who you need on your side.
See, I've got a different perspective because it's been all the cis people in my life who've bailed out on me.
You
And
know?
it's all the trans people who've stuck with me. It's like, those are the people I have. Those are the people who I've left. That's why I love being in the city so much, is because I've got my people there. You know, and it's like the other people who don't have family and who don't have, like, support networks. Like, we all fucking stick together because we're what we've got.
Right. Well, You know, before I ever transitioned, though, that's the way it was wherever. You know, you'd be off someplace, and I lived in Idaho for a long time, back in the day when it was a little more liberal. And you know, there'd be houses where all the people that didn't have anybody would go for the holidays. And that's always the way it's been. You're there for each other. I started bartending, though, you know, a little side note. One year, my wife had just left me. We'd been married all 3 months, and she'd just left me.
Jesus.
So I was hanging out at this bar, and I said, "Are you going to be open on Thanksgiving?" And they said, "No, not a chance. We're having a big dinner." I said, "Could I open it up for you?" They said, "You won't get anybody." I said, "All I need is one more, and then I'd be a party," you know. And so this one couple came in. The guy I worked with at the factory, you know, and so him and his girlfriend and I played pool and darts all day long.
That's great.
And at 6 o'clock or so, the place started filling up. And then by 8 o'clock, I was drunk and closed down.
I didn't know you were a bartender.
Oh, I love being bartender. There is a reason why I quit drinking.
I was never talkative enough to be a bartender.
You're never talkative enough to be a bartender? You don't really have to be.
I get too pissed off at the customers. So I worked at one of the fancy restaurants in Walla Walla as a barback for one summer. And I would just get so fucking pissed because these guys would come in like talking shit about their employees, like to like some guy who owned an orchard who was just like talking shit about immigrants, and I'd be like ready to spit in this guy's
Oh,
drink.
my God,
Like I
yeah.
can't handle that shit.
You can't. That kind of stuff.
If I'd been in charge of the bar and I could have kicked him out, that would have been fine. But it was like one of the fancy restaurants where you can't kick the customers out because they're paying like $200 a bottle. This is bullshit.
I used to fish a lot. And I was tending bar at this one place, and I got talking with one of the rich guys that came in, owned the factory or something. And he invited me out to his place to fish in his pond.
Oh, we got a pond of its own.
And I said, "Fuck you. You rich bastards.
I'm fishing my pond.
I ain't gonna fish in your pond, you rich."
Oh, damn.
And I never saw him again.
Good. I don't miss working food service.
Oh.
Because I was in there when I was the barback. I was like, this was the summer before I started tea, and I had like blue hair and like, you know, a little button-down shirt, and like, you know, was getting she-heard by everybody. I was just like fucking pissed about it, like going to the back to be pissed about it for my whole shift. And it was just miserable. I think like because I hadn't learned how to like hold my own, assist people yet.
Yeah.
Because you know, this is what we were talking about earlier. Like I still had a chip on my shoulder, and I was just like defensive about everything.
Right.
So I couldn't let my guard down enough to be able to like really actually come at people when they fuck with me. Because I was just always like, you know, ready to go.
Right.
And like that's not good. That doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't. You know, we got to be mellow. You know, even though we're
it's the
just
fear.
seething
It's
on
the-
yeah, it's that
People
fear
can tell when you're
reaction.
afraid. And like that's what that is that like guard up is like you're afraid.
Well, when you never know when there's going to be a camera on you too,
Yeah.
and then that starts hurting us as a community. If you blow up on somebody.
Yeah. Honestly though, I think we could use more of that. Like I'm pretty militant, so you don't have to agree with me
Well,
on this, but
you know, you're young and you're supposed to be militant. You know, when I was young, I was a lot more militant about shit than I am now.
yeah. Yeah, I feel like
But I ain't going to like sit around and let them, you know, a deal I made earlier. I was talking about them eradicating me, you know, just taking my Well, the only way you can eradicate me is kill me.
Yeah.
You know, because I got a voice and I'll keep talking.
Yeah.
You know, we're finding a way to talk now.
Yeah. Well, if they want to get you, they got to get through me first.
There you go.
This is why you need militant little trans people.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm surrounded by militant people.
Good.
You know, everybody tells me, before you go down, Regina, they got to go through me.
Yeah, good.
And so, you know, if we get out there and stick our hands out and get known by people, we get more of that, and the uprising starts. You know?
I think we need both. Because we need the people like you who can like just be friendly to fucking everybody, and like when we went and like bought batteries, like you knew the person who was like tending the cashier, like I don't know.
them showing me the
Yeah.
pictures of their kids
Yeah.
and whatnot, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh God, yeah, and you know, seeing those kids, how pretty they were,
Yeah.
and then looking at mom, well, never mind,
Well,
you know,
Yeah.
that's a cut.
but like, you know, I usually when I go into a store, I'm like in my leather jacket, and I've got like I had a skullet for a while, so I had like shaved on the. You saw this, yeah?
Yeah.
I had like scary haircut. Like people don't fucking talk to me. Like
Well, you know,
I'm a leather dyke in Eastern Washington. Like they don't know what to do with that. Cis people don't know what to do with me, and so they get afraid, which is fine because that's what I want.
right?
But like I can't do the same kind of like talking to them and being friends with them that you can.
But I suppose that's true. But you can.
I can, I do, but it like they have to open up first.
Yeah.
They have to stop being afraid of me,
Well, yeah.
which takes a while. And like it's happening. You know, like I live in like a college place, which is Adventist.
Right.
Yeah,
Adventist place, yeah.
And so I walk into the grocery store in my like, you know, I just like always wear all black, and I got my leather on, and like, you know, I'm just kind of
Well, I used
like
to
walking like a butch, and like they don't know what the fuck to do with that, and so like nobody in there is making eye contact with me, and like I can't be friends with somebody who won't even meet my eyes. Like,
Well, that whole goddamn place is like that. Andy's Market is something else. It's a Seventh-day Adventist owned thing. It closes on Saturday. They do not carry beer and they do not carry beef.
they do now.
What?
Yeah, they got beef in there now.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I
They're
lied.
compromising their morals.
Misinformation. Here we go.
They're gonna
Misinformation
come after you
on this
for
channel.
libel. Oh man, but like people like that, like some of them have said, like the cashiers who I've been like going there for 2 years now, and like they know me now, and like they'll look at me in the eyes now, but like they wouldn't for like
Oh,
a year.
you know, I started transitioning just a few blocks from there.
Yeah.
And yeah, they wouldn't look at me either.
Yeah.
And I've been going in there for several years at that time. Not that I was that regular in there. My wife was, but I wasn't. You know, back when I had women in my life. You know, how things change. But yeah, it's interesting. Those folks, they was always looking down at the ground.
Yeah.
You got pink earrings, honey. You know. So what?
I don't. It's just fear. It's just like.
Well, and that's what I'm trying to say is if we like show them kindness, they quit fearing us. If we get out there on the street corner and well, you know, and this is like the extreme. So go about half of what I say. It's like at the farmer's market, stop and talk to every frickin' vendor. You know, whether you buy anything, they love talking to people. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. And every once in a while, maybe buy something from them. You know, I know this old vendor at the farmer's market. She's got people who come there just to bullshit with her.
Yeah.
And
I witnessed it.
yeah, and it's great. And man, I mean, I want to retire, but I don't want to miss all those people. And because I thrive on that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But, you know, and nobody pays any never mind to me. You know,
You're fixed to the landscape now. Everybody knows you.
there was one of the young Whitman College students. She came to tell me something about somebody being late or having trouble, and I said, "Why are you telling me? You should be telling the market manager." And she says, "Regina, you're like the mayor of the market."
Yeah.
And I'm going, those people out there don't even have any idea who I am. It's right in here. But it was, so crazy that she would say that. What a cute kid she was.
Yeah, it was cute. Do you remember that one little kid? Like the little kid. Little tiny trans kid whose name was River, who came up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, one of my friends' daughter had known this kid since she was about 3-4 years old.
Since they were 3 or 4 years old. That's a little they them.
Huh?
It's a little they them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said she.
Oh.
You committed a sin on camera.
Oh my God. Oh no. See, it even happens to us. We misgender occasionally. Get our pronouns wrong.
It happens.
It happens. It's not the end of the world, even though I'm just mortified.
I wake up in the morning and half the time I don't even know what my pronouns are. So,
yeah. Well, I've been transitioned probably 5 years or something like that. And I was at an AA meeting. And I looked up and I said, "Hi, my name's Ray and I'm an alcoholic." And one of my friends,
back to factory settings.
Yeah, it is like my friend. She goes, "What'd you just say?" I'm going, "Oh."
You take yourself out.
Yeah,
Grab the kneecaps.
it was so funny, But my neighbor over here, she came in my coffee shop one day, and she's back there talking to me, and she misgendered me about 3 times, and I said, "Ma'am, if you would please," and her wife just kicked her in the shin, just hard. Too.
Yeah. I mean, that's the right response.
Yeah,
you gotta.
Yeah. It was funny. It was funny. But, I quit talking to her.
Yeah.
You get a little passive aggressive.
People get the hint.
Yeah.
Eventually. I went into the patisserie where I used to work, and one of my old coworkers this girl invited me to one of her church dinners way back when I still lived here before. And she was trying to convert me. She was trying to she's and you had
Get you into that Seventh-day Adventist church?
She's not Adventist. She was part of one of the youth churches in town. One of the really hardcore youth churches in town. But she took me to the dinner, and everyone was talking about Jesus, and I was like, "Yeah, it's free food. I will be happy to eat your free food, Christians. Thank you." But on the car ride home, she was like, "Jesus still loves you in spite of your life choices."
Oh my God.
So this kind of coworker, and I went into the patisserie, and she's working there again. I went in a couple months ago, and she just flat out dead names me, misgenders me, and I was like, "Ma'am, I am fully." Transsexual. My voice is an octave deeper than it was last time. You've had 6 years to adjust to this change.
Oh, yeah.
Damn. But, that's embarrassing for her. I don't care anymore. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
That doesn't touch me anymore.
Oh, my stars. I've been trying to figure out this editing thing. Because of my lack of ability at editing, it was why I always like to do live shows, because I couldn't edit. But now I want to do editing. And I'm trying to teach myself, and I swear, these Apple computers, I can never find anything. That's what happens when you are old and you change from PC that I've always used to Apple. Anyway, I digress. If you made it this far in the video, if you've made it this far, thank you. River and I had a wonderful time making this video, and I hope you had a fun time watching it. We touched on stuff that are real. And for whatever it's worth, I hope you were amused that we struggle with things. And, I want to thank River for giving me the time to make this video today. And I hope that they join me for more videos, and I think that could happen. So, subscribe and stay notified. Hit that notification bell, and hey, do us a favor and like the video. Um, the other thing is comment. So I've got some idea of where you would like the content to go. And so anyway, I just want I still want us to have rapport. And I mean, that's really important to me. So let me know what you think. I'm open. I am open. So anyway, thank you so much for your time, and we will see you in the future. All right. Bye bye.